Welcome to Hoa Electric, your trusted channel for practical electrical solutions. This is where we carry out basic electrical repair for homes, offices, industrial facilities in a simple and easy to understand way. Our goal here is to help you save money by teaching you how to handle common electrical repairs yourself safely and confidently. So on this channel, Hoa Electric, you will learn electrical troubleshooting, wiring tips, maintenance techniques, a step-by-step repair method from real practical experience. Watch our videos, improve your electrical knowledge, and fix your electrical problems like a professional, like a pro. So don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe to Hoa Electric for more powerful electrical tutorials and money-saving repair tips. So in this video, I'm teaching you how to replace magnetic contactor in the circuit. As you can see, I want to change this magnetic contactor, and what thing I did first was to label all the terminals, all the cables, all the cable associating, all the cable connected to the contactor, label them properly. So once you mess up the labeling, then there will be trouble at the end of the day while replacing it. So I label my contactor, all the cables are connected to the contactor first. So, and then I'm losing it now. Watch out how I am doing it step by step. You can do this yourself without paying electrician. So follow the step-by-step procedure. Now the contactor is coming out already, as you can see. But don't forget, label your contactor, label them clearly, so that as you can see, the contactor, the moving contact of the contactor has already stopped. So as you can see, the thing has gone inside. The moving contact has gone inside instead of, it's spring loaded. Supposed to be going in and out, going in and out, but now it's stuck. So the moving contact is already welded with the stabilized contact, stationary contact inside internally. That is why the thing is not springing up again. So, and you can no longer work in this circuit. So I am removing it. As you can see, the thing has gone inside, it's not coming out, and this is the reasons why I am replacing this contactor. I troubleshooted the problem and I narrowed it down to this contactor, that this contactor is misbehaving. So that is why I am replacing it. I want you to see how I am carefully replacing it, so that you too, when you have when there is need to replace the contactor in your industry, you can be confident and replace the contactor yourself. So that is it. As you can see, I label all my cables so that I will not run into problems. I also want to check this timer. Is this timer still working? This is circuit timer. This circuit timer is 8-pin timer. I don't know, so but I'm still going to read the timer if the timer is still okay or not. So when you are checking circuit like this, you take your time to check every component of the circuit. All right, let me first face the contactor. This is a bad contactor. I'm going to take it away. This is a new one that I want to replace. As you can see, this one is spring. This one is spring. Is still working. The spring is still working, as in you can see go down and come outside, go down and come outside. So meaning is still very okay. So I am going to use this contactor to replace the bad one. Okay, let me I think it's upside down. Okay, I think this is the side. Okay, so based on my label, my initial labeling, so I am going to start connecting the cables to the contactor, to the right terminals of the contactor based on my on the initial labeling. So let me start with this contact first. So ensure that you don't change where you remove A1 cable, you don't put A2 cable. So, and where you remove a normally open cable, you don't put normally closed cable. Otherwise, you will run into problem when the machine is running or when you power the circuit. So spark can occur, malfunction can occur if you didn't do it the right way. So anywhere you remove normally closed cable, ensure you send it back to normally closed contact when you are connecting with the contactor. The same thing goes to normally open of the contactor. So that is why you need to label your contactor very well. Label your contactor very well. Let me give you small music. Enjoy music while I face my work. So pay attention to how I'm picking the cables one by one while you're enjoying the music. And also, it's good I remind you that you should take your time to watch the video to the end, because after replacing this contactor here, we are going to test the circuit. We are going to use the circuit to power a pump. You are going to see the reaction of the circuit. So not just to watch how to replace the contactor alone, but you need to see how to test it. When you power it, you will see how the circuit will be working perfectly. So please, you need to be there. You need to be there. Witness it yourself. Witness it yourself. This is one of the things you need to observe: the running condition of the circuit. So okay, so go ahead and enjoy your music. Thank you.
Bernard is live again on Power Electric. A talented electrical instructor, a good teacher has come again. Billy Bernard, speak up, oh. Bernard has come again with a new topic. What do you have for us today? You are always on point, Bernard. I'm feeling you, speak up, your voice is my choice. Watch and learn is the principle of life. Listen to Bernard, please subscribe and share this video. Yeah. Power Electric is a registered service provider with free online training to the engineering students and the technical people. Proudly JW. Yeah, I'm with Bernard. Bernard is live again on Power Electric. A talented electrical instructor, a good teacher has come again. Billy Bernard, speak up, oh. Bernard has come again with a new topic. What do you have for us today? You are always on point, Bernard. I'm feeling you, speak up, your voice is my choice. Watch and learn is the principle of life. Listen to Bernard, please subscribe and share this video. Yeah. Power Electric is a registered service provider with free online training to the engineering students and the technical people. Proudly JW. Yeah, I'm with Bernard. Bernard is live again on Power Electric. A talented electrical instructor, a good teacher has come again. Billy Bernard, my choice. Watch and learn is the principle of life. Listen to Bernard, please subscribe and share this video. Ooh, yeah. Power Electric is a registered service provider with free online training to the engineering students and non-technical people. Proudly JW, JW, JW. On a hunt, yeah, I'm with Bernard. Bernard is live again on Boa Electric. A talented electrical instructor. A good teacher has come again. They let Bernard speak up. Oh, Bernard has come again with a
all right, welcome back. Thank you very much. So the job is almost done. As you can see, the job is almost done. Let me connect this one first. The job is almost done. I've connected most of the cables to the contactor, so I'm doing my retightening now. So this one is tightening very well. So you need to check your tug, check your tightening very well. Ensure that all terminals are well tightened. So a situation whereby you have a loose cable, my brother, I tell you for free, that is where the contactor will be developing another problem, because there will be little arcing in that place. So you need to ensure that your cable is firmly terminated. So everything is ready. The contactor is already there. Okay, let me put this timer before I forget. I've taken my time to check this timer out, and the timer is working very well. The timer is off delay timer. That is the type of timer. All right, let me check this fuse. There are 3 fuses inside the circuit, so let me check this one first if it's okay. This one is not reading. No. Okay, it's not reading. This one is damaged already. So meaning I'm going to replace it. What about this? This one is okay. That is the second fuse. Remain third one. The third fuse. Fantastic. This is also okay. So meaning I'm replacing only this one. Okay, so these are the things you need to check from in your circuit. You don't just fix one problem and leave the rest. I think this is 3 amps, so you don't just so I brought these 3. Let me see the one that will work. They are 33 volts, 3 amps rather. There are 33 amps. I think this one is okay. So I'm going to use one of them to replace the ruptured one. Okay, so everything in this circuit is, to the best of my knowledge, everything is fine. So meaning once I power it, I'm not expecting less. So everything is set as you can see. So this is the contactor. I will leave my labeling. I will not remove the label. Let the label remains. So the circuit is ready for installation. So I'm racking the breaker in now. I'm racking the circuit in. This is where I remove it. It's going inside now. Okay. Yes, 100%. So this is how I remove it. See the circuit, see the same contactor. This is the contactor we replace. So this is your contactor we replace. So now that everything is fine now, so we would like to power it. So we'll power the circuit and we'll ask them to start it from control room. Watch.